Transparency Camp for us is really about people making connections. We hope it encourages more collaboration between people inside government and outside of government, within government, and just getting various communities together to get to know each other. I mean, everyone here seems to be passionate about transparency of government information, about using technology for collaboration and for citizen input. And so to be able to sponsor this event, to make this sort of these connections happen, is a very exciting moment for Sunlight. Sunlight has a bit of a history in this. Very early on in our founding, we brought together a lot of sort of policy-oriented data folks, mostly Washington-based, and technology geeks, mostly West Coast-based, in a meeting on the West Coast. And it was facilitated by Mitch Kapoor, and he gave us his space, and it was a huge success. And we haven't really followed it up. But now there's this opportunity with the new administration pledging greater transparency, really understanding the role that technology has to bring these communities together, to create new alliances that will boost the use of this technology to do all these things that provide greater citizen access to data, and which will lead, we think, to greater accountability by government and its officials. And it's about really giving a boost to the new feeling in Washington about the use of technology to create more transparency and more trust in government through greater accountability. Transparency for me is all about accountability. And so it's about accountability of what elected officials, appointed officials, about what government at its very heart is about. What do they do? Who do they do it for? What kind of data do they have that will make my life easier, more helpful, will give me more assistance, will tell me who's really in charge of Washington, who's doing what for whom. And so the transparency is about making information available to citizens in easily accessible ways whenever they want it, 24/7, online, in real time, information that citizens might want to use. The biggest challenges are not technological. The biggest challenges are cultural challenges. We've always done it this way. Why do we have to change? There's sort of a traditional inertia there. There's a sort of cultural challenge, which is, well, government data, says a government bureaucrat, is my data. And that, of course, is a ridiculous assertion. It's the citizens' data. So I think we have to change those cultural attitudes. And then we have to change some laws to make some of this happen, for sure. And we have to introduce some of the new technologies. But the how of doing it is much easier than overcoming the cultural barriers about which are really essentially, we've never done it this way. Who knows what will happen when we invite citizens in to collaborate, when we give citizens information. It might be more trouble than it's worth. That's the bureaucrats' mentality. It might not be politically convenient, it might not be as easy, but it certainly, from our point of view, will be far more democratic and can potentially help us realize what a true democracy looks like with citizen participation in all aspects of being government. Well, the Obama administration, for sure, has brought new attention to the use of technology in all three arenas that we care about: transparency for government data, collaboration in the development of information, and citizen participation in government. They clearly get this. They are starting down a long road to making it happen. And I think Sunlight, the fact that Sunlight is now a 3-year-old institution, is ready to sort of move forward with this. We've been catalyzing, we've been prototyping, we've been practitioners, and so we now have an opportunity to really grab hold of the opportunity and push this forward in a really big way.